Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aTone Tarot. Sagittarius, we about to tune in, tap in, and find out what's the good stuff headed your way. So without further ado, we're going to get right to it, Sag. But before I pull a card, if it don't apply, let it fly. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you could, please go ahead and smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to pull 10 cards from this tarot and find out what's the good stuff headed towards my Sag. For whenever you find this message, Sag, what's the good stuff headed your way? Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Some messages coming in, some good news via a direct message. Ooh. And my Sages, as of lately, y'all, I would have to say y'all need some good news. So this Three of Coins being here, it could be in relation to work, a promotion, a project that you get invited to work on. It's a good opportunity for some of my Sagittarius. Yeah, you get an opportunity to show that charismatic, creative mind that you have, Sag. Because some of you been stressing and worried about what's next at a job. You might have fear being let go. And for some of you, it's quite the opposite. Yeah, with that sun being here. It's quite the opposite, Sag. You get an opportunity where you are set apart with this Seven of Wands from some of your peers. What's the good stuff headed towards my Sagittarius? People start talking about you, Sag. Your name start ringing bells in a good way. Higher ups start picking up on your name on email threads for good questions asked. Like, we ain't think of that. Who was that Sagittarius that raised that good point? All right, Sag. So as it relates to the good stuff that you guys are going to encounter, I received the Eight of Wands, the Three of Coins, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Sun, the Seven of Wands, the Star, the Page of Wands, the Two of Coins, and the Five of Swords. So quite a few things going on. Like I mentioned, a work-related opportunity for some of my Sagittarius will be on the table. With that, you will receive, or there will be some chatter around your name. Because of that, you might have to put a bitch or a motherfucker in a place, Sag, with this Five of Swords being here. Some decisions around money cause you to maybe get up out of character. There might even be some arguments around children and managing funds around children with this Page of Wands being here. I'm picking up on a Sagittarius who is finding out that, and again, this is my opinion, but I strongly believe that as it relates to money and raising children, the little girls can be a little more expensive. I mean, I don't know. I believe a case can be made for both sides of that. But I don't know. I think, yeah, the boys probably got a couple dollars that need to be spent as well. But this is a girl child where there's discussion, arguments around shared expensive. You not putting up the money. This child costs some money. This child likes nice things and they cost some money. And somebody might wind up coughing up the bread and giving the money up because you speak on it and you cuss them out. Sag, we talking about the good stuff that's coming to you, right? So this cuss out might get somebody in line and get their pocketbook and or checkbook and or cash app out to say, all right, here you go. And you get that money. But you need it. You like, look, I don't care. I mean, I shouldn't have to scream on you to get these funds. But as long as you giving them up, that's the end result I was looking for. So it's a good day for me. Is what I'm picking up on. So that's the good stuff coming to some of my Sages. Let's move on and find out what characters, individuals, energies, behaviors, actions, things like that are going to be coming your way as it relates to some good stuff. What's the good stuff on the horizon for my Sagittarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Yeah, some of you are going through a major healing phase right now. And you have your good and bad days with this healing journey that you are on. But it's feeling like you're starting to see more good than bad. But you're coming around the corner. You remember them bad days. They not that far behind you. You can see them. But you are starting to ground and get your legs up underneath you. So I'm picking up on some of you talking to yourself in the mirror, talking yourself through and building yourself up. To maintain a certain amount of peace and a level patience and temper. Something changes for you, Sag, that lightens the load. Where you can actually relax. Maybe a child or somebody steps in to help. You getting on somebody's ass and really putting your foot on their neck brings out the best in that person. It helps them get their ish together and it produces the results that are necessary. Hey man, everything is not always handled in a peaceful, let's do it this way. Nah, sometimes you gotta raise your voice. Sometimes you have to add that extra bass for this individual to understand that you are serious. You're not playing. Right. So there's a healing journey that is going on for quite a bit of you that you guys are very excited about. You're happy about it. You with shock and old school being here are very reflective right now. You are looking back on your life and realizing that old person that you once were, while it was cute and all, that person ain't here no more. And a lot of people will be shocked by the person that you are becoming. With Hammer being here, that's a chiseling, a refining of yourself as well as the people around you. You gonna make sure, Sag, with twin flames being here, that this is somebody that is a child. With Mirror and twin flames being here, I'm not picking up on romantic love. This is someone who looks like you, who is a child that may have similar characteristics as you, Sag, and you with this child are going to make sure that they are following the rules, that they are bringing in good grades, that they are doing their chores, that they are not ungrateful. You are really spending the time to invest and pour into this child a certain amount of self-love, understanding, balance, because you like, nah, your life is not going to be like mine. With camera and old school, you don't. My mom used to say a phrase to me. She used to say this, and some of your mothers or parents used to utter something like this to you. But this is what I'm picking up on. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. And because of that mentality, I'm picking up on a Sag, I'm getting chills too, who their best everything is going to be the work that comes from what you do with this child. This is going to be your greatest achievement, is the love, the experience, the knowledge, the memories, the gifts, the everything that you give to this child is going to be your greatest achievement, and you know it, Sag. So yeah, good job. Yeah, because you ain't playing. You ain't playing about your legacy, and that is the good thing that is coming to you. This is going to come back 3 times over and down the line. I'm picking up on a Sag that's playing the long game. They setting they people up, and they gonna make sure those that look like them got the name that they supposed to have, the reputation that they're supposed to have, the bag that they supposed to motherfucking have. I know that's right, Sag. Hey. All right, let's get up into this career and finance message and find out what's the good stuff coming to my Sages on the career and finance front. All right, Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you haven't done so already, what you waiting for? Come on, go ahead. Smash the like button. Go ahead. Comment, share, and subscribe. It is that time. I don't know, y'all. I'm just out here doing what I do. What's the good stuff coming to my Sag collective? Courage. Fierceness. I think the last read I had for you guys, I entitled it Sagittarius, where did you get that wand, that magic wand? That spiritual work y'all doing is working. You may not necessarily see or feel it right now. Oh, but it's working. It's like that long-term wealth is going to pop up in your life, and you're going to be like, oh, okay. I knew my ancestors didn't play about me. Whoosh. Yeah, it's coming, Sag. It's coming. Two more cards, please. All right, Sag. I know that's right. So you received courage, spiritual work, cutting ties, cultivation, wisdom, brilliance, answers, investment, ending, and wish come true. So as it relates to your career and finance and the good things coming your way, it's just a lot of confidence and being able to show up in this world in such a way that you can provide for you and your family comfortably. You've gained a certain amount of experience, wisdom that allows you to, it's going to allow you to move forward with speed. You're going to have enough money and finances to invest maybe in a side business or the stock market, or you become a silent partner in a business that ultimately springboards you elsewhere. This is Sag creating passive income, creating money and generating funds while you sleep is the energy that I'm really picking up on for a Sagittarius collective. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough, is also what I'm picking up on. A Sagittarius collective who is about to do something very daring, different, not what the norm may see as a way to acquire wealth. But my Sag is going to cultivate and bring into their life wealth through a very unconventional way, but it's going to be seen as brilliant when it's all said and done. You understand that you got to cut ties with some people, not because these people are bad, but you understand, time is money. You know what I mean? And if you're spending your time and energy sitting amongst people who are not marching towards the mission that you're on, then you're just not going to get to that mission in a time frame that may be necessary as it relates to your children and those that look like you. And you're aware. You're like, all right, it's a time and a place for everything. And this time, this season in my life right now is me acquiring the wisdom that I need, the financial discipline that I need, the spiritual protection that I need, and the line of sight that I need to secure the bag. My Sages are fully aware. You got the answers. This ain't a Sag looking for answers. You have the answers already. And because you are this wise, you are this aware, it can create this sharpness to your personality that people pick up on, Sag. And sometimes, depending on who you interacting with, that can be a good or bad thing. But we talking about good stuff for you, Sag. So that is considered a good thing. Someone is going to respect the discipline, the sharpness, the astute amount of detail that you give to whatever you pour into, and it's going to be respected and rewarded for my Sagittarius collective. But let's move on and close out this message with your inner wisdom cards. Let's find out what messages need to be validated for you, right? Because the inner wisdom is that stuff you already know inside you. You're like, but you need to hear it twice. Sometimes you need to hear something twice. Like, excuse me, what'd you say? Say that again, just to make sure you heard it right the first time. All right. 5 cards, please. Perspective is so important. The good stuff headed my Sagittarius. Good stuff headed towards my Sag. What's the good stuff? Some of you may have a real great idea because you got epiphany and brilliance. So I'm telling you, some of you have a great idea where people gonna be like, what happened? Yeah, this is big. Whatever my Sages have cooking in the lab, it's different. Not that far off, but it is different. But you receive perspective, humility, meditate, epiphany, and what happened. So as it relates to the good things coming your way, with this child being represented on this card with perspective. Remember, I said at the center of what is good and is going on with my Sag, it has to do with their children, legacy, those coming behind them. And your perspective on how important your children are has you humbled, meditating, praying for their protection, for their longevity in this life. And you have really sat back and thought from a different lens on how you can set them up. And you have a way to do that. You working towards it. And you're going to be so out of the way that by the time people see what happens, that's the blessing. That's the blessing. And the good stuff headed your way is the privacy. And the stealth and the under the radar on how you going to be able to operate and move is the good part of this and what you are working towards and on, Sag. So that is your message. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.